Alexa, stop music. Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes. You know, I talked to some.
15 minutes, starting now.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Greg. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 80-60 rule. I'm Mark. I'm 60 and
I'm Greg. I'm 80.
80. And it's nice to see you. All right.
Oh,
And I mean that in all sincerity. Sometimes I just say it. I don't really mean it. This time I really mean it. It's really nice to see you.
Is that like what out of 100 times or what?
No, that's a little bit too strong. But it's not far off.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not far off. But anyway, you've been good. Why don't you tell me about how you're feeling or whatever and what's on your mind?
Going fine. There's just some things that have come to my mind this week, and I like to share them with. See what you think. See what we think.
Always look forward to it. Okay.
I had no idea that Major League Baseball, the players have a fantasy football, and the commissioner is Mike Trout.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, I think we talked about it last week. There was a slap. Jock Peterson, not Jock Peterson.
Tommy Pham
Slapped and today's Tribune, Chicago Tribune, there's reporters said he should resign, that Trout should resign because he's not doing his job. But that was funny.
As the commissioner, yeah. I think it's funny. Isn't it funny that they got it seemed like Jock Peterson and then Trout saying, well, nobody likes the commissioner, you know, kind of joking around. It seemed good-natured, but then I saw a fan interviewed after he slapped him, and he seemed very upset about what transpired.
Yeah.
You know, because he kept repeating, "It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money." You know, so yeah.
It's like you go like, "What now?" Like sometimes do, "What now?" You know?
Yeah. I mean, what's funny is I thought it, like when I heard the slap, I thought, okay, does this have something to do with maybe somebody's cheating with somebody or something? I thought, you know, I'm going to the worst possible thing. And it turned out, no, it's just fantasy football dust up. You've never played fantasy anything, right?
No.
Yeah, I can see where, I mean, I've done baseball, football, hockey. I can see if you, and we don't have any money. This is just like a family thing, but I can see if you have money invested in this, that it would be.
And even a dollar, $2. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what, you know?
I'd really like to get you interested. I'm going to do it right here while we're recording this. Next year, you should try baseball. I think you would really enjoy it. You love it. You love looking at the stats in the newspaper. That's all it is checking out people's stats and then starting them or putting them on the bench. That's all it is. I think you'd really enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know the players anyway. But anyway, you don't have to say yes now.
It's interesting. I like Mike Trout because why? Because he's from Philadelphia. He's a diehard Eagles fan. And the fans were going crazy this week because this is the first time I've been told that the Angels have been playing at home, Phillies at home.
Really?
Philadelphia, which means Mike Trout.
Oh, okay.
And they're saying, the Philly fans were saying they're probably going to have more fans rooting for Trout than the Phillies.
Yeah. And then as of today, the Phillies fired Girardi, which
I didn't get anything, no notification on that. I had no idea.
I got the call earlier this morning. So yeah. But with their payroll, they got to win. They got to win now. So it was you know, the pressure is on the manager when the team goes out and spends and then they don't come out of the gates flying. You know, because they're not in terrible shape. They're just not, you know.
12.5 games out.
Yeah. But and same with Madden, Joe Madden out in LA. He's got Ohtani, he's got Trout, you know, and some others, and they I think they've lost 8 in a row now or something like that.
Yeah,
7 or 8 in a row.
And they're saying now that Ohtani is more of an attraction than Trout.
Yeah,
Trout used to be the attraction, not anymore.
Well, I mean, yeah. Speaking of, Trout, they're just taking for granted because he's something special. But Ohtani, speaking of the fantasy thing, I have Ohtani in our little family fantasy league, and I've got him as a pitcher and then also as a batter. And he's another one of those guys. We're just night in and night out. The numbers are always there. Fantasy points, which means baseball points. But those two guys, speaking of Joe Madden, he better win because,
Really disappointed because I wanted him as manager because he was no nonsense to me, and I thought he would do it. He's like old school, kind of old school, and demanding and all that, making accountable.
talk about Girardi.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
But my buddy tells me there's a John Walton.
John who?
Walton.
What about him?
He could be the next manager.
Oh, okay. John Waltham. I wonder if it's the old Kansas City guy. I don't know. But all right. Anyway, yeah, that's a pretty crazy story, that slap. Did you see the video on the slap?
No, I didn't.
Okay, it was just a long distance shot. They were out on the warning track during pregame, when they're all out there just running the warning track or getting fungos. Slap somebody.
I had enough slaps with Will Smith.
You're slapped out. You've reached your slap quota in 2020.
That's enough. That's enough. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you. Yeah. All right. And plus, not it wasn't, but the Dave Chappelle thing, running up on stage and getting him. So I'm slapped out. Although he was about to get knifed, it sounded like. So that's a whole nother show. Okay.
Let me just tell you something I am so happy about. A big cheer for Michael Avenatti going to prison again. I thought he was a fraud from the day one.
Right.
The way he could be, and all the news, CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, putting him on all the time. It was like a disgrace.
There was a month or two where it seemed like he was on every show every day.
Yeah.
Being interviewed and pushing. I could smell his cologne through the TV, that guy. So I'm with you. He was a little suspect right from the start, right?
What I love, he tried to I forget the word. He tried to
embezzle.
No, extortion.
Extort
With Nike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He goes in there and he says, and they were recording everything.
Yeah.
And they got him. I just hope he stays there for jail for some years. Now he's starting his family. He knew all that. He tried to. He's a hustler.
Yeah, he's a hustler.
Stupid hustler.
You reap what you sow. So they didn't. He hasn't been sentenced yet. We don't know that.
He's going to get 2.5 years.
Oh, is that what you just said? Oh, okay.
No, 15 months. 15 months prison time. 15 months plus cost about $35,000 for the court. 27,000 and 7,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. It's nice when the opportunists and the phonies are held accountable. So
do you feel any sympathy for Stormy Daniels?
Sure. She was, he was plotting right from the start with her, because she did have a legitimate concern of
exactly.
She did have a what do you call it, a good case as far as exposing what she wanted.
She was in his hands and she trusted him.
Right. So that's why, boy, as an attorney, shouldn't the penalty be on the high end of the spectrum, just because you get into a relationship of trust.
You wonder what the bar association is doing for that.
Yeah,
if they haven't done anything, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they have. Maybe there's so.
I didn't read anything like that.
Yeah, but, sometimes I get confused with him, Giuliani, and all this bar stuff, and whatever. So it's hard to kind of keep track. But yeah, good for him. He's going. I did see on a separate note. I did see an interview last night that Peter Navarro, who was just indicted today, went on television yesterday and also feeling that sort of like what do you call it, privileged, where it just went on television last night and was like totally ripping the January 6th commission. And I'm watching it going like, doesn't this guy know he can be quiet? He doesn't have to go on television and just, open himself up for more incriminating evidence, which there's plenty of. But it was like, there's something about some people who can't just
Shut up
to save their own self. They want to have about opinions about other whatever, but
yeah.
at some point where you can't just go, well, maybe I should say no to that interview request right there. Anyway, okay.
Another thing I saw, and a big cheer for this too. A passenger who attacked the flight attendant. And
There was a few of those.
he got 15 months plus costs. I'm sorry, I had that wrong. Mike Lavinati got 4 years.
Did okay, so that's
4 years.
so on the that's good because probably because
Passenger got 15 months plus costs. But what bothered me is I just saw it in one paper. I didn't see it on the news like the Chicago paper. I didn't see it maybe on CNN or Fox News or whatever.
What paper did you see it? The New York Times.
I believe the New York Times. Yeah.
That's who. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That is frustrating because you'd like.
That's the stuff should be publicized.
Yeah, it should be. And also because there's been a outbreak, if you will, of violence on airplanes and just demeaning attitude towards flight attendants and pilots and everybody and terminal workers and everything. So this would be a good sort of like, careful what you.
And I would think, Mark, that when the plane before it's leaving, all the things that they say that now they would add that striking is an automatic.
Right. They should actually read the. They should read the verdict from that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Here's where the exits are, and also one other thing, you hit me.
Sometimes I happened to watch President Biden's speech last night.
Oh, so did I. Yeah.
One thing that came across to me, although not and I guess I said about the Mike Lavinati, enough.
Right.
I happen to be Greek, and it's interesting when the war was going into World War II, Greeks had something. Orki, no, that's what we have to say. Enough.
Oh, okay.
Enough.
Yeah. You're talking about the.
Pardon me?
You're talking about the violence and the shootings.
Violence and all. Enough.
Yeah. Enough. What else do we need?
Yeah.
Exactly. I agreed with that too last night. It was.
That's not like going back and forth. Let's not sugarcoat this. Enough.
Right. Yeah. How do you say it in Greek?
Orki. No.
Okay. All right.
And it's just it bothers me because I don't want to say things that you don't know who or what could be who or what event could be the next event, the next shooting, where it could be so many places, many.
Yeah, now it's.
I don't want to mention names. I don't want to mention places.
Right. Yeah. Don't. Yeah. Don't. But we all know because we all go to those places and we all think about that. Unfortunately now. So saying enough is well put as far as I'm.
I mean, how about the poor doctor?
Yeah.
In Tulsa, right?
Right. He was the guy. Yeah, exactly.
And I've seen some people that I know. I've known some people where the doctor screwed something up, and then that gives somebody else an idea who's not mentally there.
Right. Yeah, and it wasn't just the doctor, right? It was the receptionist, the
receptionist,
assistant.
Somebody tried to save somebody. They got him or her. Yeah.
Wow.
Poor people,
Yeah, just sad. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to talk about this has really gotten me transgender controversy, swimmers from University of Pennsylvania, a transgender person. She was a female. And he transferred to. No, wait, I forgot.
Alexa, stop timer.
No.
This is great.
And,
Wait, hold on. I want you to try to explain what it was. So it was go ahead.
It was a male who became a female.
Very good. Transitioned into a female. Right.
Into a female.
Right.
And why? And and so I discussed that she won. She won. She was like number 300 among them. She transitioned. She won the. She won a trophy. Okay. What I'm getting confused this, but which is not hard for me. Confused. Yeah, been confused all my life. But anyway.
Oh wait,
what-
here, can I try to capitalize it?
Please, this is,
So-
can
so-
you be 911 now, right now?
Exactly. It was a man who transitioned into a woman. As a man, he was way back in the field in terms of ranking across the country for
Right.
college swimmers. But then when he transitioned into a woman, he was still competing then, just only now was competing with the women. And she moved up to near the top of the women's field across the country.
Right.
And
This was an excellent article, and I just I'm nitpicking because I think that was wrong with let her win, to let her trophy. But Martina Navratilova says transgender people possess insurmountable advantages. And
Insurmountable, means
Renee Richards, remember Renee Richards?
yeah.
He said she no longer believes it is fair for trans women to compete at the elite level.
So Renee Richards used to think that it was fair because she competed against women after
Tennis,
she
yeah.
yeah, that was one of the first ones I remember.
He was right.
Yeah. But now she's saying she's no
Yeah.
longer for that. I believe it's like this. Individual events like swimming, I can see the issue. If it's a team event,
That's
like-
different. It's different.
that's different as
Yeah.
far as I'm concerned. That,
It's different.
baseball team, whatever, soccer, whatever, because that's a team event. You all have to contribute. Individual events, I don't know. I don't think it should be like banned, but it should. I think there has to be some sort of asterisk or something that said, wouldn't have got this trophy. Would have come in 800th if not for, I don't know. It would be.
It's something we gotta think about and have it on solid foundation of our
Yeah. Do you think
arguments, pros or cons.
right? Do you think there'll ever be a professional sport trans player? I'm just like, what if? How about this? I'm going to give you one. This will make your does that chair have a swivel on it?
No.
No, okay. Because if it did, you'd spin around after. But how about an NBA basketball player who's a guy who transitions into a woman? So the next season he shows up, she's a woman, but she's still on the team. How about, forget about how we categorize it, but do you think that's ever going to happen? Something like that?
Never know. I mean, I'm not trying to give you, but who knows? It could happen tomorrow.
Right. It could.
It's happening right now.
It could be happening right now. Yeah. Yeah.
Who knows?
I'm just talking about, I think that's my bigger point is it could happen tomorrow. You just, yeah.
I mean,
right.
we got to think with it. What's fair on all sides, And you're right. If it's a team effort, that's different than one-on-one.
Right. Right.
So let me. How about some perk? This is from Inc. Incorporated, the magazine Inc.
Oh,
6 uncommon perks. Okay, what do you think? A company would give reproductive rights support.
yeah, I think that's great. I don't know what it means though. What is it? What's,
Well, you would pay for somebody's
oh,
across the country.
oh, okay. Well, I
All
mean,
right.
if a company wants to do that, yeah.
Another perk would be handyman help.
I think that's a great idea. That's a great idea. That's kind of where we all kind of suffer. All of us out here, if you're a homeowner or whatever, and you got things that linger on because you can't get off work to be there or whatever. So that's kind of what we're getting.
Yeah, you could do it, but it takes you 6 months, and your wife or your spouse is say,
Yeah.
"Come on, when's it going to finish?" And you're still
Right.
on it.
So
Another
this
one.
is, wait a second, let's talk about that one. So this is at the office. I go to my boss and go, hey, I've got a downspout issue. All right, it's pulling the aluminum siding off of my house and it's flooding my basement now.
Boy, you're really quick thinking.
And then this guy, so then that company would say, we'll send Stan or Roxanne over there right away to take care of it. Is that kind of what we're getting at?
Yeah.
Wow, I love that idea. That is awesome.
Okay. Another one is parenting coach. How to be a better parent.
Ooh,
If you need help, maybe you got
that's a great resource.
you're 20, whatever, and you're not ready for twins.
Yeah, and you got
Yeah,
the pressure
twins.
of work and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Another one is happiness fund.
Happiness Fund, FUND.
FUND. You guys, will give you $1,000. Go have a manicure, to go have a massage, to go to Las Vegas for the weekend.
Can you go to the casino?
Pardon me?
Can you go to the casino?
Wherever it's a happiness fund, whatever.
Can you get a hooker?
That's
Where do they draw the line here?
Yeah, where they draw the line.
All right.
All right.
That's
Another one
Martina.
is,
That's Martina Navratilova now on there. Okay.
yeah. Or David Navarro. Paul and Peter. All right, Navarro. Another one. I like this.
Peter Navarro.
Peter Navarro.
I love that you said David Navarro though. That's cool.
Is there a David Navarro?
Yeah, he's a guitar player.
Probably.
He's in the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I think Jane's Addiction. Look at you. All right. You don't know. All right.
Then another one is a home office stipend.
Wait, you remember Carmen Electra?
Yes.
David Navarro, I think, was married to her. Okay, a home office stipend?
Yes.
Okay, and that means what then?
That means say if you work there from your home for a year or 2 years, you get a bonus. You've done it.
But some people don't want you to work from home.
Well, that would be one of the people that are working from home. That would be it. That would be
all right. Good. No, that's a good perk. I like the perk.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be it. And since I'm saying that, let me take it now to another one here. Elton Musk. It was Elon Musk. I call him Elton. Elon. All right. Anyway, I don't know much about him, but he's the man. This is big headlines. Demands employees work in office for 40 hours. If you refuse, you're fired.
So no more working from home.
No more working from home.
Yeah. So he's talking about Tesla or all his or
His companies.
the rocket place.
Yeah, his companies.
All right. I think it's pretty minor league to say that publicly as the head of all these companies. I think that's pretty, because that's pretty, why not take them on a case by case basis? You can have a policy, but you don't have to like go out, this is where you're fading. Come on, wake up, Craig.
No, I'm just listening.
All right. But it makes me feel like you're, tired when
I did that for some reaction.
I'm getting my big Elon Musk point, and then
Yeah.
what I'm saying is it's pretty low rent to say that publicly when you're leading that many people. Maybe there's somebody who has to work from home for a period of time or whatever, and then they're gonna create all these legal issues and everything. Anyway, I just thought that was that. Hey, guess what? We're running out of time. Can we do? You've got a quiz. Though,
I
right?
mean, yeah, I got a quiz. So we'll do the next episode.
Why don't we do that? All right, that sounds like a
Okay.
good idea. Next episode, we'll do the New York Times quiz to see how we did about the previous week's headlines of the day. Anyway, Elton, it's always a pleasure talking to you. And I like how you said, this is what I liked about that. You went Elton, Elon, like they're the same. They're just two names that begin with E.
I'm getting into the issue. Well, I don't care. It can be. We can call him Peter. Whatever.
All right. Anyway, nice talking to you. I will see you next time. Okay, with the
Yeah.
quiz.
Can you give me a buzz?
Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you.
Hold on a second. Okay.